Just clean up here real quick. All right, what is going on, everybody? Randy here, Nerds Templar. Chillin', doing something different on stream today. We got Disney Lorcana. But hold on a second. Disney Lorcana starter decks from the new Ursula's Return set. And we have here, you can see on the side, for later, some point in the future, the Illumineers Trove. That will be the first of our Illumineers Troves. I also have 3 booster packs. I got one for each of my nieces and then one for myself to open. But now I'm kind of reconsidering. I just had this thought because they're a little older. I can't really do this yet, maybe with my nephews because they will get a little angry maybe. But I think with my little older nieces, I could probably do a mini, maybe not tournament because there's only 2 of them, but maybe have them play a few rounds, maybe like a best of 5 or something, so they can really learn the game. And then, hey Sydney, will you stop? And then whoever wins could have the extra pack. Or, we could even do, instead of somebody getting the whole extra pack, could have them get like the best rare or whatever in the holo can be theirs, and then the other rare or whatever it is. I can't remember exactly what the packs have. We'll find out in a second. And then whoever else can have the other rare, and then they can split the other cards. That would be more fair, I guess. And then at least the winner gets something. That would be fun. I don't really need those because, again, the Illumineers Trove has 8 packs inside. And actually, I haven't opened any boosters other than the ones that have come in starter decks of Disney Lorcana yet. And as you can see in the title, this is episode 5, so I haven't done much. I have all the starter decks except one of the first chapter ones, the Emerald and Ruby is what it is. Yeah. So here we got, though, for the new ones, it's Amber and Amethyst, 2 characters that I don't know, so that's not helpful, sorry. Their names, though, are on here somewhere on the box. It is Mirabelle Madrigal, some kind of witch, probably, of course. And then Bruno Madrigal. Oh, look at that. They're related or something, maybe. Gift of the Family is Mirabelle. And Out of the Shadows is Bruno. So, I don't know. They both look sketchy, in my opinion. So there's that. Unsurprisingly, it's too bad for a children's game based on children's movies and stuff. This one a little better, I suppose. At least Hercules. We got Anna Truehearted. Not sure what she's from, or the what are their Madrigals, or what they're from. And then we got Hercules, of course, and that's Sapphire and Steel. And these are the same two of the 3, I guess, from the first chapter deck types. Matchups, even like the Amber and Amethyst and the Sapphire and Steel. Those are both starter deck things from the first chapter, the first of the 4 now that they have of sets. Let's start with this one because Hercules is cooler. I also, before I do that real quickly, these cards up here, I decided my 2 nieces have what are the second ones called? Into the Inklands. No, Into the Inklands is 3rd. That was the one that just came out. They have the one I always forget, Rise of the Floodborns starter decks. I can't remember who got which. Doesn't really matter. I ended up to play with them. We didn't go any rounds yet, and in fact, they're gonna, I guess, need my help to learn how to play the game. But they'll be able to pick it up after we play like one go around. It's better whenever you have somebody a little older that knows how to play the game already to teach you how to play the game. So we're going to do that, and to do that, I have my own Rise of the Floodborn deck, which is a mixture. It is actually Sapphire and Steel. So I took one, I think it's Amber and Sapphire, and then Amethyst and Steel for the Rise of the Floodborns. And so I took the Sapphire from one and the Steel from the other, just because, mostly because I needed to get the Steel out to reorder them in the book, in the portfolio. And so that's what I did. And we'll see how that deck works. Probably horribly, but it's something you can at least do. And like I mentioned in the past, in many videos, even Pokemon videos, which I usually am doing, I can never remember how to open these boxes the best. But what's the best way? I think it's like this. You can play more than 2 players at a time with Disney Lorcana, which is pretty cool. So I can teach both of my nieces. I mean, I could have taught both of them at the same time anyway, but we can all 3 play together with like a cards up round or something real quick, just to help them figure out how to play. And then, of course, you figure out more and more the stratagem behind everything as you go. The more actual games you play. So that'll come in the future, but at least they'll get all the basics down after we play. I'd say just 1 round would be enough. Lorcana is pretty easy. It's not as easy as Pokemon, to be honest, to learn, but it's not that bad. It is more akin to Magic the Gathering, though, I would say. The strange, interesting thing, if you're one who hasn't played Lorcana yet, that was not really the best way to open that box. And Rick kind of horribly ripped that thing at the top to the hanger. The way you kind of like power things up, like Pokemon has energy, Yu-Gi-Oh just kind of uses monsters, I guess, to lower monsters as sacrifices. Magic uses lands. Disney Lorcana uses ink that you have in your inkwell, but the way you get ink in your inkwell is by placing only 1 card, normally 1 card per turn, up to of normal cards, like any card basically that has, well, actually not this one on top, but any card that has a gold ring around its ink cost here, like this one. Most of them do, so I figured I would be able to open up to one that did. But here we have, before we check these guys out, are the new look for the counters. These might be my favorite ones so far. The only ones I think I punched out, though, are from the first chapter. I believe I did I punched out both of them. Yeah, I think I would have needed to do 2 of them. So there's that. Of course, our pack that we'll get to at the end. Once I open both decks, I'll do both packs. Got our rolls, which are now a proper rule book instead of, I think the first one was more like a opening up flyer type of thing. Is there anything new in this? Doesn't look like there's any new cards. We had in, what was it, Rise of the Floodborns, they added an ability type kind of thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the blocking thing. Bodyguard? No, not bodyguard. Resist. I think resist is what they added in Rise of the Floodborns. Into the Inkland added an entire new card type, which was the, what's it called, locations, which is back here somewhere. These are nice. These are pretty handy. They still have all the location card info on there, which is nice too. And they had more there somewhere. They had each card type they had a page for. I can't find them now. But then on the back they have how to play the deck, which is pretty cool as well. And oh, that's nice. Turn order at a glance. Just realized that exists on the back, which is, again, a nice place to have it. Yeah, very handy. Quick start. And finally, before the deck, the little game mat. Again, probably my favorite now that I'm taking a look at it for the first time. I don't really look this stuff up in advance or anything. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Colors are pretty cool. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of evil though, but I can't lie. The colors are pretty cool. Even those. Anyway, that's all of that. Set that over here. Gonna have to open up these fit sleeves real quick and put all the Lorcana Hollow. Well, all the Lorcana Hollows from the decks in these because, you know, I use them. I usually get these from the card, well, collectible shop. It's a bit down the road, but now I'm going to keep that, and I know the dimensions of these things, these inner sleeves, so I might just get some from Amazon and see if they're any good. But I really like these things. So there's Mirabelle. Support. She's a support. So whenever this character quests, you can add this power. I think it's called power or strength to another chosen character's strength this turn. So and then saving the miracle. Whenever this character quests, your other Madrigal characters get +1 lore this turn. Wow, that's interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna see how many Madrigals we got. There's her, and then there's Bruno to follow up. I think in the first chapter, unless it was just a fluke in the decks that I had, they didn't have the hollows right on top. But every starter deck I've had since, every other set has been like this with the hollows right on top. Also, they used to do like a cellophane wrapper of the deck, and I didn't like that because it was so hard to get the cellophane off. You didn't want to like, bend the cards, the edges of the cards or anything. Now they put them in those nice like almost tissue paper like things, which are easy to rip open. I like that. So I guess it's a little better in that regard, but I'd rather the hollows not be directly on top. There's like only 2 cards and then the hollows. Anyway, there's those. Set those over here for now. These will end up probably going into my getting pretty big Lorcana portfolio. Only big because I have all those decks. And just like all the Pokemon decks I have, you may be able to see all lined up here. I have now a lot of these starter decks that if we had a bunch of there's not as many older kids that would be able to play Lorcana that could. There's probably more kids in the immediate family that could play Pokemon than there are that could play Lorcana. But we could still have a nice little tournament, even with just the starter decks that I have myself and now my nieces have. So first, we're going to be into the Amethyst. There's some more Madrigals for us. Augustin, just a 2/2, 1 cost. Again, that's the inkable guy. And then once you use them as ink, they would go face down, and then you would tap them like you tap your lands in Magic, and then they just are ink the rest of that match. Oh, yeah. Might as well put them like we do the Pokemon cards. Be backwards order. 3 of him. And Ariel, Singing Mermaid. So an Ariel that actually sings. Wait a second. Okay, no, this is a new card. Not all of these will be new, of course, but this one is. I'll do my best about the light here. Sorry. Singer 7, though, the way Singer works is that, singing, there's songs that are like action cards. They're like a spell or whatever that you use. You use as many as you can, at least during your turn. The way song works, though, is instead of paying up the ink cost directly for the card, you can use a character card to sing the song that's ink cost here is matching the cost of the song. So if it's like a 4-cost song, Ariel here would normally be able to sing a 4-cost song. But since she has Singer 7, she can sing a 7-cost song, which is pretty insane, actually. That's a big jump. I haven't seen one that was that big of a jump from something like that, the 3-cost difference. It's nice. I guess that's why it's a rare. Felix Madrigal, another Madrigal. Well, we're going to have a lot. And I see this is a lot, I think, in the Amber decks, if you're looking for different kind of starter decks. They do tend to follow patterns, I think, that like different kind of types. Amber does seem to have a lot of combos like this, like low-ish cost combo cards. You have like the Dalmatians, the 7 Dwarves, things like that. Those are all Amber. So not really surprising. We got a bunch of Madrigals. 2/4, a 2 lore. That's how you win, by questing. You tap the card. You get the lore here. You need 20 lore by questing to win. And as you saw, that Maribel, she gives the other Madrigals another lore whenever she quests. So that would be a three lore questing there with that one. 3 costs, so it's not like it's super cheap to get in. Although three's pretty cheap. I'd say that's like still your low cost is right there on the cusp. 3, 4 is where you're getting into mid/high cost, I would say. More like a mid cost, because what eventually you'll get, I don't know, in my own practice rounds, I've gotten up to like 7 ink, 8 ink maybe, and I usually don't go to, you can put as many in as you want, obviously, but usually don't need too much more than that. The rounds don't last, or the matchups don't last a whole lot longer, unless there's like the first Sapphire Steel deck from the first chapter. It seemed like it was a almost like a ink building deck, like you get a lot of extra ink early on, so that one might be a little different. You might have a little more ink in that deck than other ones. Julieta Madrigal, signature recipe: when you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. If you remove damage this way, you may draw a card. Awesome! Wow, that's nice. 1/4, pretty strong. I mean, hefty. I'm not going to do the damage, but it'll stay in there for a while. This also works, well, the way it works is that tapped or exerted characters can be attacked, and of course, it's damage against health, if you will. So if it was a 1/4 against a 1/4, right, the 1 would do 1 to the 1. And it only goes the one way. I'm pretty sure there, and now I can't actually remember, it's been so long. Pretty sure you don't do the damage back to the other thing when they attack you. It only goes the one way. Only the attacker does damage. But it can take 4, but that damage sticks. So you would have, that's why you have those damage counters. The -1 and the -3, I think, is all they really have, because you don't really need a whole lot more than that. But this is a pretty good card. It looks like, yeah, just 2 of those. And I think usually you only have up to 3, but you can have, I think, up to maybe 4 or even 5 copies of cards in a deck if you want. But in the starter decks, I don't think they've ever had more than 3. Mickey Mouse, yes, I like that art. That's a really cool card in my opinion. Support, another support. When you play this character, chosen character gains support this turn. So an extra support, that's not bad. Again, that adds the power to its chosen character power for that turn. Another of him. 2/5 as well. Sebastian, nice. Chord composer. What was Mickey Mouse here? Leader of the band. Sebastian, 2/2. Singer, 4. He's a 2 cost, so he's up there. He's a decent singer as well. And then we got regular Mirabelle Madrigal. Just a support on that one. Some of the art's not bad, but it doesn't, in my opinion, does not stack up to Pokemon. Not quite. Also, there's a few other card games that I'm kind of may get into. We'll see on how much I do on stream and whatnot. But I might get back into football cards a little bit. We'll see. May or may not phase that. It might just be a very slow series building thing that builds up over a long period of time. Because yeah, I'm gonna see about some of these other card games like Lorcana. I've been getting into the One Piece. I just haven't been showing that because of it just is a little too much in my opinion. Again, the cards are cool, but then it just goes back to the whole, just with like most animes, the morality issues. But anyway, before I get off on another tangent like I did in yesterday's stream, there's another Mirabelle. Again, Disney's not much better. The problem I have with it is the color text at the bottom. The more things like that you have on cards, the more potential there is for, bad messages to get through. A Rolly, so another Dalmatian, nice. And this is actually from Into the Inklands here. It's that set, so that makes sense. Just to support, I don't think Rolly's in the Dalmatians deck though, so that's something that could always be added in to the older deck. To him. So a lot of supports in this deck, which means you could really power some of these cards up to do a lot of damage if you needed to for some reason. Maybe we'll see in the Sapphire Steel deck, maybe we'll see some really high, whatever they call fortitude or whatever the defense is. Prince Eric, that's an old card. No, wait, that's a new card. It's a new Prince Eric from this new set. Bodyguard, which means enters play exerted, and whenever any character is challenged on your side, it has to be him that's challenged because he's the bodyguard. Another of him. Always useful for obviously blocking stuff. Is that the I think that was the first bodyguard card we had though in here. Stitch. Another new one here. 2/3. Just a pretty standard card. Art's not too bad though. And now we got some actions. This is a song, in fact. Remove up to 3 damage from chosen character and draw a card. So that's the second. We had a character also that did this a similar thing. If you heal, you can heal something, and if you do so, draw a card. So that's similar. Heal what has been hurt. Is that Rapunzel or whatever, the girl with the really long hair? Right, yeah, Rapunzel let down your long hair. So that just made me think of The Simpsons. I'm sorry. Healing Glow. Remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Sorry, I'm still thinking about it. Oh wait, and that looks like it might also be Rapunzel's hair. Remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Was it Rapunzel the character that does the healing and then the drawing of card? That might have been. No, it was a Madrigal, wasn't it? Back here in the beginning somewhere, right? I probably missed it. Julieta, that was the one. Yeah. And look at this family. Another song. That was just an action Healing Glow. This is another song. Look at this family. Sing together 7. I think that might be a new thing. So you can 2 characters, I guess, can. I'm assuming that was what that means. Any number of you or your teammates' characters with total cost 7 or more may exert to sing this song for free. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 character cards and put them into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom on the bottom of your deck in any order. So they're almost. I don't think it is a new mechanic. The sing together thing I think is, but I don't think it's new to do like team battles, like a 2-on-2. I think this card makes it a little more explicit that that's possible, though, which is awesome. Only one of those that is a rare. Lost in the Woods. We need one more player. My sister could play, and we could do a 2-on-2. That would be fun. Or we could do just a 4-way free-for-all. I always love the free-for-alls. On a side note, again, I'm sorry for all the rambling, but this one means a little more to me. I was just my neighbor, well, not new neighbor, but old neighbor, who's a bit younger. I think he's in college. Yeah, he's in college right now. He has his own YouTube channel. I have it in my recommended channels, but he's a Super Smash Bros. Player, and I have that on Switch, and I love Smash Bros. It's one of my favorite game lines of all time for sure. I put a comment on one of his new videos though when I just recently subscribed because I just found out that he had a channel, and told him that we need to play, but I need to certainly brush up on my Smash Bros. I can't remember why I brought that up, but there was It was related for some reason. Anyway, oh yeah, I could probably something I was saying something about free for all. That's why the free for all thing. I always like big free for alls in Smash Bros. Anyway, anywho, Lost in the Woods, another song. All opposing characters get -2 power until the start of your next turn. That's fitting for the name of that card. I like it. Antonio Madrigal. So now we're into the Amethyst cards. They put all the Amber first, then they do all the Amethyst, and they do all the characters, and then they do all the actions after that. Antonio Madrigal, pretty simple card, but a 3-cost, 3/4, kind of a strongish mid-game card. 3 of him. Elsa, that is that Frozen or whatever, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, but another pretty much same deal. 4/4/4. Some simple cards on the Amethyst side for now. Camilo Madrigal. Is this from Encanto? Is that the newer movie? I mean, maybe they literally did cards from one of the newest movies in this. Many forms. At the start of your turn, you may choose one. This character gets +1 lore to this turn. This character gains Challenger +2 this turn. And of course, I think this is our first Challenger card. While challenging, a character gets +2 in this case, power. So again, yeah, when you attack, you'll gain that extra power. And that's every turn that happens with her. That's a pretty strong card. So it's versatile, I guess you could say, is what it is. But it is a 4-cost, but it is 2/5, and that would become then a 4/5 when she attacks, which is really when the 4 matters, right? Now again, I'm second guessing if you do damage back when someone challenges you is what it's called. It's not called attacking because this is a family friendly game. Dolores Madrigal. There's a lot of Madrigal cards. Wow, it's like half the deck is Madrigal. That's crazy. That's a lot. I mean, like the 7 dwarves, I don't think, or the Dalmatians and the starter decks. I don't think there's been that many of those as there has been these Madrigals. Interesting. It might be a decent deck for all I know. Magical Informant. When you play this character, if any opponent has an exerted character in play, you may draw a card. Wow, that's definitely going to happen then. But a 4-cost 3/3. So basically it's other than that, it's a pretty simple card. Nothing big to it, other than you're drawing that card in the beginning when you first put it down. But a 4-cost 3/3 is nice. That does also gain 2 lore, potentially 3 lore with that other Madrigal card, the hollow down there, Maribel. Another of her. Nice, 2 of those. Oh, of course, can't miss out on the hey. He's back. That's hilarious. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand. So not only is it a fitting name for what the card does, which would always be the case, but it's just also funny because I think there's been a hey in like at least one deck in every set so far, I think. Maybe not Into the Inklings. I would have to check again on that one. But that's cool. So he's always back in your hand. And then if you really don't want him back in your hand, you just use him as ink because he can be used as ink. There's only 2 of him though. Again, an uncommon. Isabella Madrigal, a rare. 5-cost 3/4, evasive, so can only be challenged by other evasive characters. And then during ladies first, during your turn, if no other character is quested this turn, this character gains +3 lore. Wow. So then would be 4, of course. That's pretty strong. Leave it to me. Whenever this character quests, your other characters can't quest for the rest of this turn. Never mind. That's it's quite the handicap. I guess that's kind of like a last hit maybe kind of thing to finish off the match. I don't know. Or of course, if you just don't have anybody else to quest, that would be another thing. Luisa Madrigal. 4-cost, 4/3, can't be used as ink. Now, again, with the not with the gold, big gold border. It has the little gold border. I guess they all do. Rush. This character can challenge the turn they're played. Thought it was that they. Oh no, it's never mind. I'm thinking of something else. So rush is like any other rush card. Put it in and challenge. Because as usual, you can't do anything the first turn. This character can't quest the first turn, but it can challenge. So that 4/3 can come in handy immediately. 2 of those. Oh, got is that one of the Titans? I can't tell, but it looks like an Ice Titan of some sort. Marshmallow. So it is still a character. Marshmallow. Behemoth. This character gets +1 power for each card in your hand. That's interesting. I guess that's just like ongoing. So like whatever you currently have in your hand is what power he has. That's why it's a 0. I guess 0/3, 3 cost. That's interesting. First card like that I've seen. But of course we've only seen basically cards in the starter deck. We've had a few boosters as well, of course, through all the other sets just from the starter decks, but that's it. So two from each, because I'm still missing, like I said, one of the first chapter. They make 2 starter decks every time, but the first time they made 3 because there are 6 different types, and so they used all the types, all the variations, not all the variations of 2 types together, but for whatever reason they're actually reusing them. They already had Sapphire and Steel, and they already had Amber and Amethyst. I don't know why they're doing the same ones again. And as always, speaking of continuing to do things again and again, as always, there's a Maleficent in at least one of the starter decks. The Queen. Man, they're really playing that up, aren't they? 3 cost 4/3, 1 lore. So pretty strong mid-game card again. Could be used as ink if needed. Oh, TikTok, that's a character card, an awesome one. Evasive, again there, 4/7, 6 cost 4/7, that's kind of nice. 2 of him. Poor Unfortunate Souls, that's a song. Only a 2-cost song as well. Return chosen character, item, or location with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. Okay, well, can be kind of annoying, I suppose, early game. Or if you have somebody who needs something down and then you put it back in their hand when they have 7 ink and they need to play something that costs 7 that turn. I guess that would be good. Could hamper somebody for a turn or 2. And there's our first location cards. 3 of them. There's 3 cards left. It's all 3 are these. Casa Madrigal, of course, fittingly. And our home. At the start of your turn, if you have a character here, gain 1 lore. Wow. Okay, well, usually that's what would happen with a location anyway, is that having the location in play would gain you 1 lore or whatever. It would have its own lore count, and you would gain that lore at the beginning of your turn if you have that location in play. This one doesn't have 1 at all. It has a cost of 1. It has, I can't remember what the 1 over here is. Oh, that's the cost to move to the location, and then its power, its strength, it's defensive power, fortitude or whatever, of 6, which is kind of nice. But it doesn't have any lore cost other than what you gain from the characters that move there. But in that case, you could have a bunch of lore every turn because you could just put as many characters as you want in there. There's no limit to that. So yeah, there is that deck. That is that. Seems pretty strong, I would say. Not bad. But I'm going to put because I don't really need to because they're sleeved up now, but I will put these in the middle here. So now, where did I put all this? Back here. All right. Now for Sapphire Steel, and this is Anna and Hercules. Sapphire in the first chapter deck, that was the one. It was the type of the two of them that was the one that was like ink building. So maybe we'll kind of see something like that. Steel is usually fortitude heavy, I believe. See if we can do this without ripping the top thing this time, which would just require us ripping at this thing like a normal person would do. Perforated edge. And there we go. And real quick. I guess I didn't read the other one, so we don't really need to look at what it says here. It does say, oh, it used to have like a little, it also has like building a deck, which is nice, building a deck guide. It's small, but it's there. I thought these used to have like one little phrase to kind of give you an idea of what the deck was going to be about. Maybe it's on the deck box itself. Stand together is what it says on here. That's not what I'm looking for, but that's what magical magic. That doesn't really explain what you'll get inside. Kind of does, I guess. In hindsight. All right. So let's just get right into. Oh, that's the first of the Ursula artwork I've gotten on a pack. So we have a bunch of these. I think 2 of those from here, right? Yeah, and then Ariel. I think that'll have to be the prize pack. Will be the Ariel. I'll give one of these each to the girls, and then that can be the prize pack they play for, or they like half play for, or whatever. And then those, of course, are mine. Not to mention the other 8 from the Illumineers Trove. It's only fair because my nephew's got like over 100 Pokemon cards. They didn't get decks, though. I think they might end up getting some in the future. I believe Amazon, they sometimes get Amazon gift cards. I think Amazon sells decks. They can always do it easily that way. Anna, of course, and then Hercules on top. Anna, where did there they are. Let me help you. The 4 cost 2/4, 2 lore gained on questing. Anna, True-Hearted, we already looked at that, I guess. Whenever this character quests, your other hero characters get +1 lore this turn. Wow. That sounds good. That sounds good. Of course, you need her in the game, right? And safe. It's kind of hard to. I have to play more and probably help to play against people who like actually know what they're doing more. Maybe even just watch some metagame or something. But in my experience, a game can go south really quickly. And be, and in that case, be kind of one-sided. But also, due to like card draw, Pokemon can be one-sided as well sometimes. Then Hercules, beloved hero. Wait, oh, that's just some kind of weird artwork in the back, not a weird color thing going on. Bodyguard, so he comes in exerted. Characters that try to challenge you have to challenge him, and he has resist +1. So whenever, damage dealt to him is reduced by 1. And he also gains 2 lore, which is nice. 6/6/5. Quite a strong card. Quite nice. Quite nice. So there's those 2. No nice place for him. Maybe do this for now. Wait on. All right. We'll be into the Sapphire first. Anna, the other regular Anna, braving the storm. I was born ready. If you have another hero character in play, this character gets +1 lore. Wow, so add that Anna with that Anna, and this Anna gets 3 lore. 2 cost 1/4. A little decent. Keep forgetting what that's called. I think is it willpower? I think it might actually be called willpower for the their defense. 3 of those. Basil of Baker Street. Yeah, this is from the second set, and I think also in one of the Rise of the Floodborns decks, which would be Amethyst and Sapphire. No, Amber and Sapphire. Yeah, I believe that was the. Yeah, I have the Amethyst. Pretty sure I have the Amethyst back in here, right? Yeah, so the Gaston deck. So I think he's in there. This Basil. Again, that's the deck I'm going to use against my nieces. Maybe I'll let my sister use the other 2 of them, the Sapphire or no, the Amethyst and Steel, Amethyst and Amber. Yeah, that would be it. Aurora. I was going to say this one looks familiar too. This is, I think, from the first chapter, Sapphire and Steel deck. It's that 2/2/2 lore. Simple but straightforward and kind of nice. 2 lore is nice. Being able to kind of hold its own in there for a little bit in the beginning. 3 of them. You can use 1 for ink probably or more. Another Aurora, interesting. Tranquil Princess. This one was Royal Princess. No. Regal Princess. Sorry, I can't read. 3 of those. And then we got Transformed Chef. Okay, don't know what he's from. A Culinary Masterpiece. When you play this character, remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Okay, so we got another healer in this deck. Got a healer in the other one deck. Got a healer in this deck. He takes a little more to get him in there, but he is a little heftier, I suppose. Only 1 of him. He is a common. Wow. Okay. Only 1, but he's a common. Flounder. Got some kind of like mohawk going on there. See that? See that mohawk? Collector's Companion. Support. If you have a character named Ariel, I'm not a guppy. Nice. If you have a character named Ariel in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character. So he would be a 2/2/2 with 2 lore instead of a 3. So it's I don't know, it's just like any card, but it has like, again, it's almost like a handicap on the card, if nothing else. It would be like a 2/2/2 with 2 lore, which we have in the deck. But to make him that, you need to have an Ariel in play. Oh, there's another Transformed Chef. That's weird that he was out of order. And there's another Flounder. And all right, that was weird. It's the first time I've ever seen that. Pascal, seen him in the past. I think he's in the first Amethyst deck, perhaps. Inquisitive Pet, 3/3/3, 1 lore. When you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck fittingly, and put them back in any order. Interesting, like a mini scry. Speaking of, I make several of my own card games. I have one card game that is like it's that kind of simple. You can play it. Younger kids can kind of play it, but it just uses 1 deck. It's all pretty much the same cards, and you all play the 1 deck, and you kind of just have to beat the power of the card that's put down, and then there's like different effect cards and things like that. Pretty fun, simple, nice. And I have actually now 2 different trading card games that I've made. One that's more like any other trading card game, and one I kind of came up with recently that's a little simpler, but still pretty much a trading card game, which it just kind of popped into my head after I saw something, and then anyway, yeah, someday I'll reveal some of the games I've created. Some of them are very playable already. We play them, me and the fam, and they help me test them out. And then some are still being created. I have a lot of simple ones. I have some more advanced, and then many advanced ones that I'm kind of working on. Prince Philip, he's a new one, rare support, 3/1/3. Best defense whenever one of your characters is chosen for support. They gain resist +1 this turn. Okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah, just helps them to take less damage because you're obviously probably going to attack with them. So 2 lore as well on him. Of course, you're probably trying to use him as a support, meaning you're going to be questing. Mickey Mouse, that's an old card from the first set. Detective, get a clue when you play this character. You may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. So there you go. There's one of those cards. It's kind of, well, I mean, 3 costs, so it's not like super early game, but it is one that's going to help you get an extra ink down that turn. Although, again, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. So you don't have to, but if you do choose to, it's not like you get to look at it first. So you do have to keep that in mind, I suppose, that you might be losing something that you won. It's a risk you have to take. But if you used a Pascal before that to rearrange the top 3 cards, then you wouldn't have to worry as much, I guess. It's a nice combo. I don't think you have a combo like that in the what would it be? Sapphire Steel, the other Sapphire Steel deck, the first one, which also has that Mickey in it. Rapunzel, Appreciative Artist, new card. 5 cost, 3/5, 3 lore though. That's a strong one. Perceptive Partner. While you have a character named Pascal in play, there you go. There's him again. This character gains ward. Nice. Opponents can't choose them except to challenge. So it can't be chosen for abilities or actions or anything like that. Magical ward. Think of it that way. Can still be cut through just by attacking directly, but that's it. Sisu. This looks familiar, but no, it's not. Never mind. Sisu's on some cards, I think, back in the day, but this is a new one. 6 cost, 6/6. Wow, that's really strong. 2 lore gained as well, so also kind of nice. Nothing else, but that's just a pretty decent, strong card. Can also be used as ink if you really need to. This one cannot. Dig a little deeper, a song. Sing together, 8, because it's so high up there. Sing together is always nice for that. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Put 2 into your hand. Wow, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. We saw there was another card that was similar, but like a little less than that, a little less strong. Less cards into your hand, but then also back onto the bottom of your deck. Seldom all they seem. Another song, 2 costs, that's much easier. Chosen character gets -3 power this turn. Oof. Something getting taken out. That's a pretty decent card for the cost, I would say. Aladdin. It's a newer Aladdin card there. New. I shouldn't say newer, I should say new. 1 cost, 1/3. Simple one there. Not a bad card. That's a nice card to have early on because that 3 power keeps them in play. Can be utilized for different things. You can, of course, add some power to them with those support cards. Wait a second. Yeah, was he the first? I think he was the first steel. That was why he seems so different than the others. We transitioned from the blue to the gray. Ariel, steel type Ariel. How about that? It's the first of those. I think we have Amber from the first chapter, and we have what else? We have the blue. We had some more. I think Amber. I guess that was it so far, and that was steel. I don't know if there was any Sapphire or not, but anyway, I want more. Whenever you play a song, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. That's not bad. 3 cost, 2/4. So maybe a lot more singing. Of course, that makes sense that there's a lot of aerials in here because it's Ursula's return. Duh. And other things like Flounder. No Flotsam and Jetsam, though. That's something we usually see in starter decks. So I think I've seen 2 different iterations of Flotsam and Jetsam together. None here yet. Yet. Also, a lot of singing, which is, I don't know, that's kind of nice. I mean, use the thing that you have, the different mechanic in the game that you have there. Because it's basically the same as any action. It would just be like paying the cost that you would like for an action, but instead of just being an action, you can do this extra thing, which is using the characters to sing it. Sort of for free, but they have to exert themselves, obviously. Kita, I don't know where she's from. Royal Warrior, Bodyguard 2/3. Again, Bodyguard has to be challenged if your character is challenging, or your enemy, your opponent, that is. Li Shang, Imperial Captain, probably from Mulan. Haven't watched that in ages. A 5 cost, 5/5, 2 lore, though. That's a really strong one, too. I think there's 2 different there. The Sapphire, right, was where the other one like that was. The 6 cost, 6/6. 3 cost, 3/3. Full of Spirit, Ling. Your hero characters get +1 power, so another of the hero characters, and we have had. He isn't a hero himself, but we have had a lot of other heroes in this deck, and that's a lot of heroes comboing on each other there. So I guess that's kind of what this deck is. Well, again, in hindsight, this does mean something. Stand together, all the heroes standing together, powering each other up. Or, squires powering up the heroes, I guess. Mickey Mouse, that's a hero right there. Yes, Standard Bearer. I really like that card. That may be one of my favorites so far. It's a common, of course. All my favorites tend to be commons. Stand Strong. When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger +2 this turn. Nice, nice. He's a 2 cost 1/3, so he is very early game, easy card. But again, that's going to really help you going into mid game playing something like that, powering someone else up, bashing something in that needs taken off the board. I think that's something that's big if you want to kind of, especially if you need to draw the game out. But a way to have the games drawn out more is to do more challenging of your opponent's characters rather than questing. And because you can either make it a lore/quest race to 20, or you can make it a matchup of attacking each other back and forth, right? Which is probably what you want to do, and see who ends up with the better cards left up to do the questing, right? Robin Hood, 1 cost 2/2, 1 lore. Another simple one. That would be one thing if you want to try to help younger kids get into the game. You could always remake some decks that have less roles going on. That's really what it comes down to. If you can at least get even like the basic mechanics, there's a little more to it than Pokemon, I would say. But it's still not that hard. They could still pretty much figure it out. It would make it a lot easier, though, if you're not dealing with all the extra roles and stuff. So if you could just have a bunch of regular-ish cards, then maybe that would help out. That would take, now that you have 4 sets, though, you have plenty of cards to choose from, I would say, to do that. Although that Robin Hood is from Into the Inklands, set 3. Set 4, Mulan, 4 cost 3/6, 1 lore, nothing else there. Philoctetes, 4 cost 2/3, 2 lore. Has 2 different abilities. You got to stay focused. Your hero characters gain Challenger +1. Wow, that's nice. And whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore. Wow, that's even nicer, I would say. These are some cool decks. I like these 2. It makes sense. The further in they go with this, the better the decks should be, I would say. I think last I looked, before these ones came out, the last I saw, it was the Ruby and Sapphire from Into the Inklands was supposed to be like the best one to like pick up and play and have a chance to win. One Last Hope. Now we're into this action / songs. This is a song. 3 cost. Chosen character gains resist +2 until the start of your next turn. If a character is chosen, they may also challenge ready characters this turn. Wow. Damage dealt to them is reduced by 2, though. That's pretty crazy. I mean, so you could really, wow. That's an interesting card. Only one of those, which makes sense. Smash. This is an old card from actually the first set. Deal 3 damage to chosen character. Simple and sweet. To the point. Gotta love that. Imperial Bow item. That's a new one. And of course, items are actions that, well, it's not an action, it's an item. That's like an action, but you can play in that you can play as many as you want, and it's not a character. As many as you can, that is. But items stay on the board and then can be, usually you can do so. So this one is tap, so exert it, and it also costs 1 lore or 1 ink, that is, to do it every turn. You can, though. Within range, chosen hero character gains challenger +2 and evasive this turn. Wow, there is a lot. There's a lot of gaining, like challenger plus. Like, could you stack the challenger +2 and another challenger +2 to get challenger +4? Probably. So yeah, you can really deal some mighty damage. And then finally, I think again here, so 1 location for each deck. Thebes here, nice. The Big Olive, if you can make it here. During your turn, whenever a character banishes another character in a challenge while here, gain 2 lore. What? That seems pretty nice. 2 cost, 1 cost to get there, which is the same as the other one, I'm pretty sure. 7 willpower, or whatever it's called. Strength. Health. Nice. Nice. I like both those decks. Because of the characters, I would have to say I would probably prefer the Sapphire and Steel. But they both seem like they would be kind of strong. Now I want to play them against each other, which I've done. Like with all the other ones, I even recorded them. I just never put them out because I didn't think that it was worth it to release those. But it definitely helped me to learn how to play. So that's that. That's 2 decks. 2 new decks. And that's 60, I believe, 60 cards per deck. So 120 new cards plus 12 more in each of these. And I think the Into the Inkland, the first 2 had like an extra card, which was like a little puzzle thing. You had, I think it was like a 4-piece thing, match them up. And that, yeah, those are the first 2 sets. And then Into the Inklands, they didn't do that. So we'll see if they do it in this one. Like, nah, we don't want to use that extra cardboard. Well, I don't have anything that's too. I have an aerial. It may be a super rare, the silver type. It was worth like $3 or so. I also had a Lilo that was worth like $3 or so, which was a regular rare, I believe. Both from the first chapter. I think those were the only cards from boosters I got so far that were worth anything at all. We'll see what we got here. I think it's 12 cards, so probably 5 commons, 3 uncommons or something. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that might be right. And then it's 3 rares, and then a holo of some sort. See if I'm right. There's let's see the back first. Oh, nice. This looks like it's going to be an even cooler looking pattern or picture card combo thing. It's the bottom left there. Probably maybe going to be 4, could be 9 for all I know. but they did it again, so that's cool. Fajal, 2 cost, 0/4. Ruby, obviously. War injury, this character can't challenge. And can head of the household, exert, ready chosen character named Mulan. She can't quest for the rest of the turn. So you could quest with her and then you can do that to ready her again and challenge, or you can challenge twice if you want. If you can. Louisa Madrigal, we've already seen her in the deck. Pegasus, little Pegasus, gift for Hercules. 1 cost 1/1 that does 1 evasive. Nice. It's actually not a bad card for like the beginning of the game. That's number 4 there. Olaf, common that is, and card it in general. 1 cost 1/2. Support. 1 lore gain. And I think the last common, Max. Loyal Sheepdog. Is that Goofy's? Wait. So he's on a ship. Is that from what do you call it? Peter Pan? No, I'm not sure. No, Prince Eric. Yeah, okay. Prince Eric, whatever he's from. If you have a character named Prince Eric in play, you pay 1 power less to play this character. Okay, so half the cards that are common. So 2 rares and then a holo. That must be what it is. 3 uncommons. Wait, yeah, because I'm holding the other card in my hand too there. Yao, 4 costs. It is a steal. We could add Challenger +2. Nice, not bad. 4 costs 2/5. There's our first uncommon. Magical Maid, Feather Duster. A 2/2/2/2. Bunch of 2s there. That's all it is. Another one we could add. And we got Amber, Amethyst, Sapphire, and Steel types in the starter decks now. Dig a little deeper, we had that. And then, yeah, the last uncommon, 3 of these, I'm pretty sure. Paladin, you want to say it the semi-Arabic way. That wasn't quite fully Arabic, I suppose. Brave Rescuer, 3/3/3, 1 lore gain. Shift, though. Discard a location card. That might be new. You may discard a location card to play this on top of one of your characters named Aladdin. Oh, okay, so it is a shift. Shift isn't new, but the requirement to shift is discarding a location. That's new, I think. I haven't seen that before, but again, could be on one of the other non-starter deck cards that I have never seen. Crashing through, whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen item. Oh, we do have an Aladdin from that's a steel type. I think he was a 1/1/3 if I'm not mistaken. Cool, so you can banish items when you play that. And then our first rare, it could be any type of rare. It could be a rare, this is just a rare. It could be a super rare, it could be a legendary. I assume that's what it could be. I haven't had any legendaries or whatever the rainbow thing is, which is the best one. Tuk Tuk. Lively Partner. Don't know what that is or where it's from. Evasive. On a roll, when you play this character, you may move him and one of your other characters to the same location for free. That's kind of cool. The other character gets +2 power this turn. That's even cooler. Tuk Tuk. And the next rare. Okay, that's a super rare there. Anna, True Heart. Wait, is that an... Yeah, that's an unhollow version of the card from the deck. Of course. Why wouldn't that be the card we get? That's hilarious. I can't remember. I think Ursula was the second one we got, right? So that was the pack we actually got from the Anna deck. And then our hollow. Ooh, hollow super rare. Rhea looks like a Mulan type. Unstoppable Force 7/3/6, Challenger +2, Resist +2. Wow. You gave it your best, also gets 2 lore on questing. You gave it your best. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may draw a card. Cool. That's a nice card. Might as well sleeve that one up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Sweet. So that's not bad. They do have like alternate arts and stuff too, though, I'm pretty sure, in Disney Lorcana. So it's not like this is like super amazing, but it is kind of cool. It's nice to get a holo that's actually like a super rare, or a rare would be nice too, even. But I think I have a Simba that's a common that's actually not too bad. It's actually worth a little bit. All right, pack number 2. Thanks everybody who hung out. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow for a big opening of Pokemon something. I have a Pokeball tin and a Jolteon tin. I think I'm going to do both of those tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Old cards abound. Sword and Shield stuff. Hopefully some Evolving Skies. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a Moonbreon and we'll be $1,000 richer. That will probably not happen, but hey, if it does, that would be great. And I might even be tempted to sell it or hold on to it and see what the market's like. Here we go. Let's hope we don't get the same pattern or same puzzle card in the back. We did not. It is a 9-card, at least, puzzle thing. Nice. I don't know who that is. It's like some kind of witch. Oh, wait, that's... No, never mind. I don't know who that is. Madrigal has brown curly hair. Or what's her name? Maribel Madrigal. Hercules 3/3/3, a young Herc. Clumsy kid. Rush, nice. Got those on there somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Pico. Helpful Toucan. 2/3/2. Nothing else. Well, the 1 lore, of course. Not a bad looking card art. 3rd of 6 commons. Whoa. Megara. Oh, never mind. I thought that was 3 lore. A 3/3/6 2 lore, though. Still not bad. Can't be used for ink, though. It's also an emerald, so we couldn't use it if we wanted. Shady deal. Although we're getting close with all the boosters and stuff, and we do have, of course, we have the Emerald and Ruby deck from Into the Inkland. So we do have some Emerald Ruby cards we could always add to that deck if we wanted. We also are getting so many boosters at this point, we could almost like make a deck, but it wouldn't work very well. It'd be pretty horrible. But we probably almost have enough Emerald cards. Enough to actually probably make a dent in like some kind of like customization of the Emerald Ruby deck we have. And then the deck we don't have is also Emerald Ruby. We will have that eventually from the first chapter. Like I said in the last Pokemon video, they have all this stuff at the card collectibles, or the collectibles shop, I should say. They have everything there. Pretty nice, pretty big. They have several different stores, but it's still like kind of like a local thing. So that's nice. They have like everything though, so that's good. They have all the decks. I'll be able to get that next time I go back. Oh, shady deal. Yeah, play this character, choose and discard a card or banish. Wait, when you play this character, choose and discard a card or banish this character. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Captivating Cynic is what Megara is. And then Fa Li, 1/1/1. 1 cost or 1 lore, nothing else there. And I think we have 1 more common after Daisy Duck here. Yeah, I'm going to sneak a peek, and there is 1 more. 4 cost 2/3 Infiltration. That's Amber again there. Musketeer Spy. So that's what she does while the Three Musketeers are doing things. They had to add her in somewhere doing something epic and cool, right? So, you know, feminism. Infiltration, when you play this character, each opponent chooses and discards a card. Okay. Not bad. I like that. Again, they say each opponent, because you can play more than one against one-on-one. Last common, Argis. I think it's Argis, I imagine, or Argies maybe. Greek. 2/4/1, 2-cost 4/1. That's not bad. Interesting. Come in there and just start smashing stuff, which is what he would do, right? Cyclops. First uncommon. Hey. Gotta love it. Is he eating a rock? It looks like he's eating a giant rock. Bumbling Rooster. Fatten you up when you play this character. If an opponent has more cards in their inkwell than you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exert it. Sweet. It is a 3-cost 2/3, but he gets 2 lore, so that's kind of cool. And it does look like he is eating that rock. And it's only kind of more confirmed by the fact that the ability is called Fatten You Up. They're our second uncommon of 3. Stop it. Hades, Meticulous Plotter, 4/3/6, 1 lore. Pretty strong. And finally, Stop Sliding. Stop it. 3-cost 0/5, Chifu, Imperial Advisor. He's Chifu, get it? Overly cautious. While this character has no damage, he gets +2 lore. Interesting. 0/5, so yeah, he can't really hurt anything, right? He is steel, so he could, with Challenger, all the Challenger plus somethings. Oh, our first rare, of course, there. The Wall. Nice. Border Fortress. Protect the realm. While you have an exerted character here, your other locations can't be challenged. That's interesting. An 8 willpower on that thing, 4 costs, so it's not like you're going to get that in too early. And it does cost 2 to get stuff there, to get exerted there, for that to kick in, but nice. It's like a location tank. And our, oh man, I'm sorry, I looked at it too quickly. Our second rare, never mind. I thought I saw something else. It is although it is a super rare. I think it's called super rare. So the second one up from rare. The next one, I should say, up from rare. 6-cost 2/6 Magic Broom. Always nice to have a Magic Broom there. Although he can't, he's steel, not amethyst, so he can't be played with the, unless you play an amethyst steel deck, he can't be played with the first chapter Mickey that gets the dust. I can't remember what he does. Something with brooms though. Resist +1, nice. Also a 2 lore there. Army of Brooms. This character gets +2 power for each other character named Magic Broom you have in play. Well, that's really strong. Nice. Especially if you would match that up with that Mickey card. Wow. And then finally, our holo is a common. Kind of figured we couldn't get lucky twice. That would be asking way too much. But hey, again, we have this big Lumineers trope, and we better get one cool, like, full art card in there, because there's 8 packs. It's a big product. They should put, like, at least one good card in there. But yeah, Rhea, 4-cost 3/3. We have to come together. When you play this character, ready chosen character of yours at a location, they can't quest for the rest of this turn. So again, it's one that you're able to, you can't quest twice basically, but you can unexert them. 2 lore there as well. All right. I mean, I think I can't remember if I do or not, but I am gonna I might as well just sleeve up the holo anyway. Whatever. It would be the only one I didn't do. But that's it. Not bad, not bad. The Magic Broom, I think, is pretty good, maybe. It seems like it. And I know they've just been making more magic rooms ever since the first chapter, so they got a lot of them now. Sydney's done. She's done with it all. I guess I will be done with it all too. Hope you like my hat. Probably couldn't see it the whole time. It was made by my sister. I didn't do it yet, as you're about to see, but I am actually going to do a video probably today opening this thing up finally, which is the Star Wars Unlimited 2-player starter. This trading card game, Spark of Rebellion, is I think the name of the first set. Star Wars Unlimited, the name of the game. And yeah, so that'll probably be released semi-shortly. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. I'm also going to hopefully get, like I said in the last Pokemon video, well, we will, of course, be doing our normal Pokemon stream at 6 p.m. Eastern-ish tomorrow. Might be a little later, might be a little earlier, probably a little later, if anything. That'll be opening those two things up, which will amount to, I believe, 7 packs. And, of course, the Jolteon promo. And a coin as well. Yeah. So there will be that. I guess that's probably all we'll be doing tomorrow, other than chatting and random stuff. And then like I mentioned, I will eventually be getting back to doing Scarlet version Nintendo Switch streams. We'll maybe even do a day every week of like just random something, because there might be other things that catch my interest and I want to look into, especially if I want to do streams like this, which aren't Pokemon trading card streams, but other trading card streams. I did also mention they're too far away for me to reach right now. Way over here. But I do have actually, I have some One Piece booster packs. I've opened some. I'm probably not going to release videos, though I have done the videos of them. So that means I definitely won't stream them either. I may be talking about them, though, in the future in different videos. I may show some cards in some random streams we do. I really like the cards. I love the anime. I love it a little less now that I've converted and turned over, become a more, at least working on being a more virtuous person. There's just so much. There's a lot of good, but there's so much bad as well. I love that your name is King Luffy. Thanks for the offer for the buying Chinese Sword and Shield packs. I'm good on that. I got a lot of Chinese, or I don't have Chinese. I have some Korean and Japanese cards that I'm still trying to figure out how best to offload those. So I'm definitely not looking for more, but I appreciate it. Also, though, King Luffy, I do remember you in the past. What's up? And it's just fitting that you're here now, and I'm talking about One Piece. Because again, I do love One Piece. It has so many issues, just like Bleach does, just like any anime does. I don't really get into any other ones. But yeah, that's why I love the One Piece cards, just because they have like parts of the anime / manga as the art. Man, now I got to show one, but I don't think I have any around here. Oh. Luckily, I kept them right there. But got a carpet here. It's, probably saw me rolling over there. Let's see. I have some of the newest ones. I don't have too many. I have a few starter decks. I've only opened the Zoro and Sanji number 12, one of the newer ones. I just recently from this collectible shop, because now they have a bunch of One Piece stuff in stock. I got the first two, which is Luffy and Captain Kidd. First two decks. They had I think they had the first 5 there, actually. I was going to buy the 5th one as well, which is Absolute Justice, a bunch of Navy, I assume. Let's see here. Looking for one of the... I mean, there's a lot of really good ones, but the one in particular, I think it was, yeah, I think it was one of the new ones, actually. Yeah, here. In fact, oh no, I don't have a duplicate. I have a couple duplicates, but yeah, this one not. It is just a common, I believe. Yeah, but I always liked this. This was, in my opinion, a great scene when Luffy's about to get executed by um, Buggy there in the quite early in the beginning. Sorry for spoilers, even though this was back in like the late '90s or something. So not so much. But sorry, I'm a goner. Uh, gotta love that. There's just so many good ones, and that's just a simple common. So there's so many other great cards. So that's kind of why I like that. The game itself is probably pretty fun too. It seems like it's a little different. I tried checking it out. I'll probably try checking it out a little more in the future. Also, I was gonna actually look up some values of this. Let's do that. Whoa, crazy. All right. Sorry about that. Also, then I was going to mention this. This is what reminded me. I already have TCG Player open on here. This is coming out in the beginning of October this year, I believe. Union Arena. I only found this out because I know that they have old Bleach cards from like the mid 2000s. I'm pretty sure is when they were coming out to like the late 2000s. I even thought about maybe buying some just to have them because they look pretty cool. But then I realized that I kept seeing these things. I'm like, what is this? So I had to look up Union Arena. It's coming out October 4th, I believe is the date it was. Oh, there it says right there. And so, as I just mentioned, I love Bleach too. It has many issues as well. It has pretty much the same issues as One Piece does, just to a lesser extent, I would say, which makes it a little better, I guess. 9 plus, I see that they say, which is nice because it blew my mind that the One Piece has 6 plus on it. There's no way that those should be rated 6 plus for One Piece. One Piece should be 13 plus at least, in my opinion, and that's going off like atheist slash pagan America standards. In my opinion, it would be like 16 plus. You should probably already be like an adult. In my opinion, 16 is enough. You should probably be basically an adult for One Piece. Um, and already be well formed. And that's only saying because, like, assuming you've been formed enough in those 16 years that you can spot nonsense for what it is. But Bleach is a little better. I like that they have the 9 plus rating on these. I'll definitely be getting into this as well. And that was one reason I kind of am maybe phasing out a little bit of the NFL. Although, if I hadn't sold that blaster box I got at auction, I probably would have been opening that on stream. However, I sold it, so there's that. I guess I don't have anything to open at the moment. At some point, once maybe I have more money flowing through card wise from this side hustle, you could say, then I'll maybe get a little bit back more into the NFL cards and the NBA because I haven't even gotten any new NBA stuff, especially now that my source, that card shop, which had the auction, closed permanently. Now I have to go the whole way to this other collectible store, which also has sports stuff, which is really nice. It has everything there, every kind of collectible kind of thing. Well, that, like comics, other like nerdy stuff, all the kind of sports things, all the trading card stuff, all I'm assuming like the what do you call the D&D? Yeah, that WoW kept popping into my head, but D&D, which speaking of my own games, I make plenty of, because I also write, and you can find one of my stories, episode 1. Actually, you can find up to episode 10 of one of my own stories in my YouTube down below, further down. It's been a while since I made them. I've actually been rewriting it to come soon. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I'm trying to fit a lot in here and then get back to what we're actually doing, which is Disney Lorcana. But anyway, I guess I've said enough. Let's look up. Shimmering Skies is the new one coming out at some point. I'm not sure when that's supposed to be. Some day in the future. Disney Lorcana. I have to check it out now. I don't think, what did we have? Yeah, okay. So let's check out cards. And I'm going to check out up here on my other screen real quick. Oh wait, here it is. Yeah. So they say I don't have it on here yet. In hobby stores, August the 9th. So, oh man, we're going to have Shimmering Skies coming out the same time that Shrouded Fable is for Pokemon. it is going to be getting crazy. I'm going to definitely be jumping on the Pokemon Shrouded Fables ETB before. I would really like to also, I want to catch up. It's going to take more for Pokemon, especially because there's so many more to do. With ETBs, I want to get all the Elite Trainer boxes for Pokemon that they've done, at least from like Sword and Shield Plus. And then also do all the Lumineuse troves from Disney, which now I only need 3 at the moment, which is great. And the last 2 they made are still relatively cheap, but the first one is like $200+, I think. So that one might have to wait a little bit. The other 2 I might end up with semi soon. I'd actually kind of rather get them sooner rather than later. I kind of want to open things while they're kind of new, for Disney at least. Same kind of with Pokemon. I'd rather get more to the new-ish stuff, although I like opening Sword and Shield stuff sometimes, because you never know, especially some of them, like of course Evolving Skies, which we will. I would say it's at least 1 Evolving Skies pack tomorrow out of the 7 from that Jolteon tin. We may have 2 in that tin, and there may be 1 in the Pokeball tin as well. Who knows? Who knows? So I guess, I don't know. I guess I should probably go a little further. There's only 10 pages, so whatever. I'll just check them. We'll just check them all out. There's not that many cards anyway. Everything from this point on. We're probably going to see some deck cards, I would imagine, even though, again, they come in decks. More of them have been printed by virtue of them being in decks. But market price 6 cents for Thebes there. Imperial Bow as well. Daisy Duck Musketeer Spy. Wait. Yeah, that was one that we got in the booster, 7 cents. Cheers, my lukewarm / cold coffee now. Mickey Mouse Standard Bearer, 7 cents. So it is a good card. I thought so. Not just because it looks cool. It is, again, it is just a common. No, wait, is this the steel type Ariel that was in the deck? I think it might have been. Yeah, that was the one. Yep. Not bad. Chifu, we got him in the. Yeah, we got him in the pack. 7. Stitch was in the pack for 7 as well. Prince Eric, Ursula's groom. Ha. Some of these are. Would this be one of the? What do they call it? Floodborn is what he is. I was thinking they have like Storyborn, which I assume is like the regular cards, but then there's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like something else born. It makes it sound like they're saying it's something that they just kind of created, mashed together, or something special that they made for the cards. Ling, I think, was in the deck, right? Yeah, that was the one that gave heroes. Yeah, it gives heroes power. Argie's the Cyclops. For 8, the first 8 cent. Market price, of course. Let's see, like you have it. Anna, this is in the deck as well, 8 cents, but we have it 1 cent is what it says there. Near mint is 3. So 3, it looks like or 5 is probably more the true price right at the moment. Just the one guy selling 8 of them for 3 cents. When you do open a couple decks or something, and like, yeah, I'll sell all these off. There's a Flotsam. They're just not in the Flotsam Jetsam, just not in the deck. Neither was Ursula. No Ursula's in the decks either. And Ursula's Return. I always forget if it's Ursula's Return or Revenge. It is Return. Oh, nice. Hidden Cove location. Nice. Don't have that. Li Shang, Valor's General back. Wait. Do we have that? I think we got that. Maybe not. Maybe not. It looks familiar, though. Interesting. I wonder what I'm thinking of. He's Ruby. He was not in one of the decks. What else? What else? There's Megara. 10 cents. Because what did she do? Oh, that's okay. What did I didn't even read that, did I? No, wait. This is liberated one. Okay, this is a different one. This isn't the one we have. Good. So we haven't seen the one we have yet. That's nice. There's the bumbling rooster. Hey, that was not the one in the deck. That was again because it's emerald. That was in my pack. 6 cents for the. It says 12 market price. 6 cents is the low one, and that was the one that allows you to get an extra ink in your inkwell off the top of your deck if your opponent has more than you, which would, I assume, then if you're playing multiplayer, mean if an opponent, yeah, never mind, yeah, they got it right. If an opponent has more than you. There's Bruno out of the shadows, but then he would have, just like we saw with Anna when we got her, he would have both versions, yeah. I don't know what cold foil is supposed to mean, but that must just be the name of their hollows or whatever. But he would be, the hollow version would be 23-ish. But, you know, you're not going to sell that unless you have multiple starter decks, probably. Not the magic broom we have there. Julieta Madrigal, 14 cents. Elsa, is that? She might have been in the deck, right? I think she was part of the deck. May not have been her, though. No, I don't think it was that one. There was an Elsa, and I think she was in the deck, and I believe she, no, maybe she was Sapphire, yeah. Golden Harp, nice. There's Ariel's Grotto, again, kind of. Different name, same place. Pegasus, gift for Hercules, 15 cents, not bad. It is an uncommon. Now we're just dealing with the uncommons. These, oh wait, no, that was like just a common. Never mind. But again, it is a decent card. You're talking about a 1/1/1, one lore. I mean, it's simple, but it's got evasive. Throw that down in the beginning. I don't know. Seems like you might be off in a good spot. Also, can be used as ink. Could put you in a good spot. Got to have other cards, I suppose. Aladdin, Brave Rescuer. We had this 8-ish. 8. Oh no! Wow, yeah, it pops up there real fast. That only that one guy selling really low. It is pretty much 15, like it says. So I mean, I don't know. The prices of these cards seem like they're a bit more than Pokemon prices for like current cards. We'll see what the high top values are though. That'll be the determining factor. Remember, I don't think we have One Last Hope. No, that's a rare. We do have, this is the rare. This is the hollow super rare we got. Of course, it's one of the first super rares on there. That's, again, always how our luck goes. The foil is worth about 80 cents, not quite $1 there. That's a big old sad face. There's the Hercules from the deck. And also the wall from the deck. Right? That was in the deck. No, wait. We got the wall. But that must have been in the pack, right? Because Thebes, I thought, was the... Yeah, we got the wall in the pack. Thebes was the one in the deck. And his hollow, which I assume is the same if you get if you get a hollow version of him in the pack, it would be just like the hollow in the deck would be. Same type of hollow. Yeah, I do believe that's the case. Yeah, that was 40 cents, 35 cents. Makes sense. The wall, not bad. I mean, 18. What was that? Oh, that was a rare. Never mind. Not great, I guess, for a rare. 18, 19 cents. Did I see? We probably saw Rhea, the comment I have way back, and I just forgot to look at her. That's not the Rhea I'm talking about. See, probably have a couple more cards here, though, somewhere. Maybe 1, 2, Madrigal, Mirabelle Madrigal, of course, from the deck. These are all super rares. There's Pegasus, uncommon, Cloud Racer. Rail Singing Mermaid was in the deck as well. I figured that might be a good card. I mean, 7 Singer, 4 cost Singer 7. That seems pretty good. Yeah, okay, 32-ish. So about the same as the other deck hollows are. And this Ariel is, wow, over $1 for the cold foil, but about 25 cents, about a quarter for the regular card. Not bad. Definitely getting up there. It's a rare as well. So, Anda da Si. Anda da Si. I don't think we got that, or I would have been singing it earlier. 22 for the live Tuk Tuk. Was also someone we got in the pack, obviously, again, because he's a Ruby. Got a lot of Ruby and Emerald, didn't we, in the packs? Okay, so another quarter for him, not too bad. I don't think we have Alma Madrigal. Or Isabella, actually. I don't have either of those. No Prince Philip. What else? Oh, did we not see Anna yet? Or Anna, whatever she goes by? Or the Magical Broom. He's down there, I see him. Okay, so we've seen the wall. Magic Broom's coming. We saw Rhea. We didn't see Anna. We saw Tuk Tuk. Oh, I have the Steel Rhea, and we didn't see the other hollow I got was also Rhea. It was that Ruby, common Ruby card, though. I didn't realize they were both Rhea. Apparently made a lot of her because that other one was also Rhea, that other Ruby that we don't have. It was definitely not that card. Okay, Bruno again here, down here. Oh, no, wait, that is... I don't think that's the one. No, that's not the one. We don't talk about Bruno. It's a song, I bet. Yeah. Page 9. This has to be where those cards we haven't seen are. It has to be. So I know they have the alternate arts. I'm quite sure. Piglet Sturdy Swordsman. Don't have that, but that's funny. Hades Double Deal. We don't have that Hades. We did get a Hades, though. I think he was in a deck, though, right? Wasn't he? Donald Duck Buccaneer. I like that card, too. There's Mickey Musketeer Captain. And that's a legendary, just like Donald here. And that, keep calling her the Queen. She's Maleficent. Is that not Maleficent? Or are you just not supposed to say her name? Due to her royal standing. Cinderella, Melody Weaver, Piglet, Sturdy Swordsman, and Hades Double Dealer, all legendaries there. Flynn Rider, Frenemy. Mulan, Elite Archer. Don't have any of these. There's the legendary Ursula, Sea Witch Queen. Not Sandwich Queen, but Sea Witch. It's a cool Diablo Devoted Herald card there. Is the wall border fortress enchanted, so it's like a is the enchanted yeah, there you can see the rainbow thing. One sec, let me do that so I can see real time here. Ooh, boy, $40 for that guy. But that's what, so it's like a, I don't know, I guess is it like a different kind of hollow, or is it just like a, is that what they call the alt arts enchanted? That must be what it is. Although I thought we saw another, maybe it's just a different Diablo card. Probably the case. So, yeah, all right. Somebody's here, as you can hear, so I guess I'll head off. That was about all anyway. That other hollow is not going to be worth a whole lot. So, anyway, thanks for chilling, guys. I will see you tomorrow for some Pokemon. Till then, I'm Brandy, Nerds Templar. Peace out.